These temples are really impressive when you walk in and you see all these beautiful shiny decorations in the background. A lot of gold and red and white and yellow here. Really beautiful. Good morning and welcome to China and Zhangye here in the Gansu province. It's actually the Mid-Autumn Festival today, so even saw some local yuebing or mooncake at the breakfast. Very protein-rich Chinese breakfast. We're going to arrive like 5 or 6 hours now to a Tibetan style temple. So it's going to be a very long road trip. Hopefully see a lot of nice nature in the background. A bit cool now, but a bit on the road. So I think I will see you a bit later when we stop. It'll be quite exciting to see some beautiful architecture a little bit later on. Stopping in the middle of nowhere, and this highway gas station here is pretty massive. Fill up here, you have toilets and snacks, and of course ice cream. Actually one of my favorites here from the local Qinghai milk. Very nice. Yeah, I just have 1 hour. We're gonna continue for like 5 more, so see you on the way. So we've been driving for quite a while here. Really beautiful landscapes when the environment's changing. Now we're at 2,700 meter elevation. You see the mountains coming out more and more. And we stopped now. We can see these firs in the background here. You have a lot of horse riding and stuff, but it's really cool to see how the nature really changes from lower levels when you go up high in the mountains here and you have like nature and animals everywhere. And now we're just having a bit of a restroom break, and they're selling a lot of interesting snacks here as well. Sweet potato, but now it's time for some restroom break. A lot of interesting clothing here and hats you can try in the background. Of course the very crispy potatoes here. Local snacks are the best. Quite cold outside there, so you're gonna warm up. Very crispy and hot. A bit of chili, very nice and refreshing when it's warm. So we've now been driving quite a while. As you can see, the climate is completely different. We're driving up quite a few thousand meters here, and we see the snow in the background. People are honking. We were actually driving here a few days before, but then it was no snow. It's a very narrow road. There's a lot of cars everywhere. We definitely gotta be careful. There are buses and cars everywhere here. What amazing landscapes. So now we got down from the mountains and we have no more snow anymore. It's still really beautiful here, but it's quite cool to see how the terrain is changing in the climate, and it's not as cold here. It's really freezing up there. Nice to do the road trip to actually see a lot of different nature. After a lot of driving, we arrived to this Tibetan style monastery here. Actually, apparently it's not open normally for foreigners, but they were very nice to let us in. Love all these things in the background. You're supposed to spin them. They also have the golden ones. The really beautiful architecture in here. Gonna walk around and check it out a little bit. I think it's one of my favorite parts about here, exploring is Tibetan culture in this part of China. Pretty crazy with the location. You have the temple in the background, and then you have all these mountains, and it's surrounded on both sides here. And they're building it on the hill here. Really beautiful here in the background, the buildings. Buddhist monks inside. I can't record, but nice to walk inside, even if you can't take any photos. Yeah, that was a really beautiful temple, but we've been driving now for a while. Now we're out in the nature. We're seeing some horses here in the background. I'm gonna skip riding that because last time I got an allergic reaction, but good to get the pulse up here a bit. Walking out in the nature. We'll see. Unfortunately, my drone is not working really properly, so I'm not getting the videos I want, but still nice to enjoy the view here anyway. Luckily I got the drone to work again, so I'm flying here, and I really love these colorful flags here, Tibetan style, and you have horses, and it's pretty crazy nature here when you're looking around. A bit more like fall feeling, no winter here. Just gonna explore a little bit here and then continue driving. Feels like it's gonna rain soon, but I hope not, but definitely quite cold with the hands here, but not complaining with this beautiful background. So after a little bit landscape experience, it's time to get some food. We were only eating like snacks all the way because we were driving for like the whole four past days, no stopping for lunch. Hopefully now we can actually find something real proper here. So it's one of the best things to share here, so see if we can enjoy some nice local food with the rest of the crew. I love when you're in this part of China, Gansu, they write everything with the local scripture you can see on top here. And then you have, of course, the normal Chinese below here. Really nice local food everywhere, and they're doing the skewers out here. It's gonna be a great meal. We're in the restaurant, we got our own room. I'm sure it's gonna be a pretty crazy meal, so let's see what they serve us. Oh, that was a pretty crazy meal. As always, we had yak basically for all the meat. We had different ones, yak with some potatoes, and we had some other more like dry, massive pieces, vegetables and a lot of goodies. But I think now it's time to head back to the driving, 5 hours. Get to the hotel, enjoy some of the nice views here, of course, along the way. So we'll see when we arrive. It's bright outside now, definitely gonna be dark later, so yeah, see you there. So now I've been driving through very beautiful landscapes. We just came out to a very nice kind of grasslands here, but we're actually driving up the mountain for a long time here. It became really misty, barely couldn't see anything. It was even raining a little bit. But now we're out here. As I mentioned earlier, it's really crazy how much the environment can change in one day. From warm and cold to then this and snow. That's the beauty of doing a road trip. You see a lot of different things here. So I want to share a little bit, see if we can fly the drone here. But crazy how beautiful it can be here. When you're driving through China, I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. So we finally arrived here after a lot of hours of driving. Super beautiful landscapes here. You can definitely spend probably like a month, a week just driving here. We were going through the sunset through very varying landscapes here with like dry landscapes and really beautiful. But now we arrived here next to the Qinghai lake, checked into a pretty cool hotel. So I'm just gonna leave you guys here. We're gonna enjoy some mooncakes because it's a mid-autumn festival here today. But then we're gonna go to bed and sleep. But it's been a very enjoyable day here, enjoying all the beautiful views. So gonna wake up tomorrow and see you in the next video.
Stylish match.